Okay, minasan, today we're gonna talk about Ohsama Sentai King-Ohger episode 33. Before watching the episode, we want to start with the trailer. Let's go. Boom. Let's go, let's go. Boom. I think... Okay, so the Shugos are back. And they are dancing. I don't know why they are dancing, but they are dancing. Okay, so really amazing trailer here. I felt like a few things I want to quickly touch on. So let's go through the trailer scene by scene right now. Okay, so immediately we get to see Gira using the Shiso Korai, the founder's crown, and turning into the gold form. And we also get to see Prince in the King Kyoryu red form, so that is really subarashi as well. And I think this because one thing I forgot to mention about the episode when I actually talk about episode 32 is how the camera works in I should be looking at this camera, sorry. So in episode 32 we actually get to see, I think this is the first time the crew, the crew of Ohsama Sentai actually shoot on real location itself. And there are definitely some scene in Ohsama Sentai that is shot on real location, especially when it comes to like some shot in tofu and all those stuff. Like there's like when there's like they're on the field and they are outside, something like that. But most of the time they're gonna shoot on a green screen or blue screen itself. So in episode 32, we actually get to see a lot of shaky camera movement, and I just felt like this might actually be due to the lack of experience in the crew, or like they are just not used to shooting outdoor. Out of the sudden, they need to adapt to shooting outdoor in real life location, and that actually causes the camera movement to be a little bit shaky here and there. But then again, that is just my speculation. Okay, maybe they did it intentionally, the shaky camera movement and all the stuff, because sometimes in the Toei Tokusatsu show, like the camera is like really shaky also. So I could be wrong, okay, but I just felt like this is the first time in Ohsama Sentai series where we actually get to see every single location that they went through is an actual set, is an actual place that you can visit in Japan, something like that. So I am really excited, especially we get to see a lot of explosion, a lot like, hey, in the trailer we actually get to see like the powder explosion, like bro, like we haven't seen that happen in Ohsama Sentai. So I'm really glad that we actually get to see it in this crossover episode, especially episode 2 of the story itself. Okay, so let me move on to the next thing we're gonna see, the D-Boss. Okay, the D-Boss villain, final boss, I'm not sure what to actually call him. I think it's like Kabuto D-Boss, something like that, and he is already in giant form, so I'm not sure how they are actually gonna settle this giant boss thing immediately. Are we gonna see like the immediate return of the Shugos and the immediate return of the Kyoryu Voltaso, something like that? Okay, because how episode 32 actually ended is the Kyoryu Ping actually managed to find, I think her name is like Amy Yuzuki, if not Amy Yuzuki. Okay, so Amy Yuzuki managed to find the Voltasaurus, so I think she managed to save them, and the rest of the ranger get all their breath back, and they managed to henshin, something like that. And that is gonna be really amazing and really interesting to see. Okay, but with that being said, I think the next scene that we are actually gonna see is also really interesting, because it actually show us something that I actually talk about in episode 32, and that is the King Kauka's castle is gonna become kind of like a castle, something like that. But I'm moving way too ahead. Okay, let me just talk about what is in front of me right now. So we get to see Amy in a, I wanted to say bondage, but it sounds a bit wrong to say bondage. Amy in a bondage situation. It sounds a little bit sexual there, but then again, she is hot. Okay, but next we get to see, I'm not sure what is this thing, this doll looking thing. Like, give me some context, guys. Like those who watch KuroIruka, let me know what is this. Like, what is this? I really don't know what else. I don't know how to how to talk right now, because At first I thought this doll looking thing is actually the villain, but I guess I was wrong. Okay, maybe there are some good D-boss out there. Okay, next we get to see some ranger action scene and get to see Blue Ranger henshin into breath, and this is the King-Ohger's castle that I actually talk about. I think this is in a form of kind of like a giant spaceship, something like that, and that is gonna be really, really amazing because this giant King-Ohger's castle actually is able to hold all the rest of the Shugot on it itself, because this is the biggest of the biggest. Like Kuwagon is just like a tiny piece in this King-Ohger's castle, so it's really amazing to see it actually turn into a giant spaceship and it managed to like just soar around the sky and soar around space and universe, something like that. So that is really, really subarashi. Okay, next we get to see some light-hearted scene where this Himeno is actually playing kind of like a little bit of melody for the kids in the resistance forces, just to cheer them up, hopefully, you know, make them happy. Like Himeno is doing an amazing job. Okay, so that's really, really good. We also get to see her in like normal human clothing for the first time, you know, so she's not wearing her princess dress anymore, or her queen dress, but she's actually wearing I'm not sure how to actually call it, a blouse and then a jacket and then like long pants and boots. Okay, so really, really subarashi. Next we get to see Jeremy talking, shaking his head a little bit. I'm not sure why, but we get to see all the ranger in their ranger form, and this is the explosion that we actually talk about. Okay, so multiple explosion here. So obviously this is very, very colorful. We get to see purple, we get to see orange. Yeah, we get to see orange, yellow, red, and blue, pink, and green. And we also get to see a little bit of black at this corner. Okay, so really, really subarashi scene. I'm not sure what to say. Okay, but I just love it. I love them when they actually use the powder explosion. Next, we get to see some action poses by the rangers, and we get to see the, how do I say, like the Ohsama Sentai doing all of this together. And Gira is not actually piloting Kuwagon, but Jeremy is piloting Kuwagon. And if you actually pay close attention, like this is the thing that I actually talk about. Like there's like in every single, how do I say it? In every single, let me just move myself. In every single other Shugot, there is actually a soul except for Kuwagon. That it would mean that the soul of Kuwagon is actually in Gira itself. Okay, so makes sense. I think that is like the only possible way to kind of like explain why Gira is able to talk to Shugot and why Gira is able to henshin without even the Shugot by his side, something like that. Excuse me. Okay, moving forward. Next we get to see the KuroIruka cockpit scene, or cockpit. Excuse me. Okay, next we get to see the rangers. The KuroIruka is actually in their cockpit, doing their cockpit thing. Not sure what to comment about this, but not gonna lie, the King-Ohger cockpit looks like way much more fun rather than this. Like it's like this is like they're standing in a green screen and pose. That's it. Okay, but it still looks amazing, not gonna lie. And then we get to see a CG mecha suit destroying the boss, I would assume. And next we get to see some more action scene. Nothing much to talk about here. Like just slashing, punching. And next, this is the thing that I'm talking about, the dancing thing. Okay, so let us take a moment a little bit to enjoy this. Okay, like let us talk about the costume. Like, so Jeremy did not change at all, so nothing much to talk about that. But let us talk about Gira. Okay, Gira went from like the black kind of like king uniform to a bright white shirt with a little bit of like red highlight on the shirt itself, and then we get to see him rocking and red pants as well. Okay, so that is really, really amazing. And next we get to see Himeno. She looks really, really the kawaii. She has a blouse on and a short pants. At first I thought that she's wearing a long pant, but apparently she's not. And she's wearing a short pant, and then she got the socks up to her knee. She looks amazing, and the jacket also is really, really good, very kawaii. And then we get to see Yanma rocking ripped jeans and also blue t-shirt jacket. Yeah, just like his normal looks, okay? Other than the ripped jeans. Next, we get to see the glow up that all of us has been waiting for. Rita in a suit. She looks amazing. I love it. I don't know what else to say, but she looks good. All black, okay? All black suits her a lot. Really, really subarashi thing. Next, we get to see Deboski wearing a little bit of kind of like more Hawaii flavored color outfit. So that is really, really subarashi, okay? So let me move on to the next thing. Why are they dancing? Maybe they are just kind of like entertaining the resistant crowd or something like that. Or maybe this is kind of like a scene that end the, I don't know, like to end the episode, something like that. I don't know, like just feel weird, okay? Next, we get to see all the rangers like showing their weapon and preparing their final charge. I would assume, like, yeah, they are definitely doing their final charge before the final attack, something like that. So this is really, really fun, really, really subarashi thing that we're gonna see in the next episode. I'm not sure whether or not this is gonna be like the last episode of the crossover, or are we actually gonna get another episode of the crossover, or are we gonna just have the rest of the KuroIruka together with us until the very end of the story itself? I'm not sure, okay? This is the first time I actually watched Super Sentai series that actually have a crossover episode, 2 episodes straight. So really, really amazing. Can't wait to see what is gonna happen after episode 33. Episode 34 is gonna be even more insane. But that is all from me. Hope you enjoy. If you like what you see, you know what to do. Subscribe, and I'll be seeing you guys in the next one. Goodbye.